All right, so the way that we live on the road is completely full-time and with no house to go back to. And that means that we don't have our own personal address, a permanent address to use for things. And I know this is something that concerns a lot of people that are considering being on the road like us as well. So what do? Well, we haven't really had too many issues. One thing that I'd highly recommend is trying to simplify as much as possible, because if you don't have a lot of stuff to really worry about, to have to need a permanent address for, obviously that makes things way simpler. And there are actually a lot of strategies. I mean, I recommend looking into them. I know a lot of people do things like they actually get an address. I think kind of like South Dakota has some places that you can do that. They're friendly to like the Nomad RV community. I'm not sure exactly how that works because I haven't done that, but I know that's one thing you might consider. And another big thing is if you have anyone, that friend or family, that you could just use the address, then you could do that. I mean, you're not really, it doesn't really have an impact because you're just simply using it to say send important documents to, or just to have an address listed, say for a job, or I mean, you have to have some sort of something to use for taxes and things like that. So yeah, I mean, that's probably the easiest route, and we have an address that we use in that manner, and it makes things kind of simple. But again, we do the basics, the like have-tos. And then other than that, we don't really have a lot of things that we need to keep track of. A lot of things nowadays are online, so I mean, most things for us also happen online. So we don't get a lot of mail. So I'd recommend moving everything that you can to an online format so you don't have to like be chasing down important documents in the mail. And keep it simple and just do the basic like have-tos. And with that, you can either get an address or use a friend's or something like that. And that's what we've done. And it seems to be working out just fine.